Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Last time we left off, we had made it to the top of Thor's Coomb, to a small little dwarven structure that was hidden in the top, and we're going to go explore it a little bit. That is one big fancy statue. I wonder who it is. Okay, I maybe know who it is. Gornir, what are you doing here, dear? Huh, okay. So, the quest he has, we don't need until later. Who are you? Hello?
Huh? Who's there? Who is it? Huh?
The dwarf peers forward, but his eyes seem unable to fix upon you. The soup is cold, Hervin. The soup is cold. Set it atop the fire. Ah, yes, ah. 23. The dwarf wheezes, his beard fluttering slightly with the exhalation. He brings his hand up to his mouth, as if holding a ladle, and sips at the air. He pays you no more heed. Talk to Frithgeir.
Welcome to Zutrakan, traveler. I should apologize for old Nar.
Welcome to Zutragund, traveler. I should apologize for Nar. He's very old. I know not how old, and his mind wanders. He's experienced a great deal of hardship and pain, but he has remained here while all others have left him, all save Frithgeir, that is. You explain why you have come and ask Frithgeir about Wadu. He nods with recognition. Yes, the Dunlending. He came to speak with Nor some time ago. Nor was more aware that night than he usually is, so I marked the visit. The two ventured into the mine beneath these halls. I'm sorry, but I do not remember anything else peculiar about the visit. There is a brew I can make of several ingredients I found throughout Forest Coomb. The vapors of the brew seem to make Nor more aware of his surroundings. If you bring me these ingredients, the brew may allow you to speak with Nor directly. I will need several handfuls of the whole Herz herb, some Nijam Muju flowers, and the variety of nut called kibbollos. Take this list of ingredients and where they can be found. All right, so we need to gather some ingredients for him. And these ingredients, of course, are going to be scattered around and probably not so easily gotten. Before we leave, let's take a look around this place. Not that we won't get a look at it later, but I kind of like this one. It's a very old, very in disrepair spot. Other side pretty much looks like this one. Looks like it used to be a very large library. A gigantic library, as a matter of fact. Very nice one, too. Let's not jump down from there. That's probably not going to end well. I love how some of these bookcases are perfectly fine and others are in complete disrepair. Okay, where are the stairs? Ah, there. And Nor just kind of wanders where he wants. So you could tell Nor is maybe not all there. In fact, it would be quite fair to say that he is senile. which is why we have to go get all these ingredients. All right, let's get on a horse. Whoa, let's not fall down. Would not be a good thing. Definitely not from way up here. that would be instant death. It's actually a beautiful spot. That is, if you can tolerate being cold constantly. And if you can stand heights. There's that pond again. It's very pretty. Okay, we need to go this way. Ooh, there's some lag. It's hitting me up like every few seconds. And it's not a huge lag. It's just kind of stuttery. Alright, so we need to find these materials. Oh yeah, that's not something I want to mess with right now. See that thing over there? That big old drake? It's called a gwibber. And these are all elites. Alright, Gwibber Slayer. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd like to talk to y'all. Okay, so these have the Kibble Lawaz. Oh, and there's a mysterious relic over there. Okay, we'll grab that on the way past. Alright, got all of those. On the slope stands an evil-looking relic. As you examine the relic, you are suddenly held in the grasp of complicated sensations. Feelings of sickness, anger, and fear rush through you, and just as it seems it must be too much, they pass. You are left feeling weak and weary, and the relic keeps its secrets to itself. Okay. Can we, have our conversation, please?
Greetings.
I do not like this material. It is clearly a relic of evil, but what its purpose may be I cannot fathom. Does its presence here signal some new danger to the Great Company? Probably. So that guy there has quite a bit of HP. And they're usually pretty tough. So we'll leave him alone for now. And go collect the next item we need on the list. Those big gwibber are not the only big thing out here that might be just a tiny bit on the challenging side. There are actually giants in these hills too. The Serpent Halls. Oh, really? Did you seriously? Alright. And you? How dare you interrupt me? Okay, so I probably did attack you first. you, witch. Black rune-marked collar. Okay, and destroy the rest of them. See if I can find this in this mess. Oh, I need to clean this up. Ah. The collar is cold to the touch and sends a chill down your spine. You cannot read the evil runes upon it, but perhaps Ceridan can. So I need to bring that back to Ceridan at Ekat Ceridan. I'm sure we will eventually pass that way. If I remember right, one of the things we need to gather is going to be in that village that we've passed a couple of times. Okay, let me tuck myself away here for a second. All right, so now that that is taken care of, well, I'm assuming I'll get a couple more beeps, but I have acknowledged the message, so that's all I really needed to do. This is Gwaldrig. And there's something in here that we want. Aha, handfuls of hula faraz. Actually, the note should tell us more about these items we're gathering. Hulu Pur's herbs. They have a sweet aroma when burned, and several of the Dunlending clans throw bundles of this herb into campfires in the center of the village. Dunlendings can be found at their villages, blah blah blah. Ah, the kibble luz, a nut that has a strong flavor. Warriors of the Dragluth and other hostile Dunlending clans crunch on a kibble luz during battle for a burst of stamina. Makes them very effective in battle. But that is not what it does when broken and steeped in liquid, as they will be for the brew. So, I guess coffee beans? That's kind of what it sounds like they're supposed to be. Okay, we need one more. Oh, and I forgot there is an other quest here. Because that guy is like the boss of them. Alright, got all of those. So, back on our horse. All of this to find out what happened to Wadu. And y'all could just stay right where you're at. I don't have time for you. Well, I threaded that needle a little too close. Look at the sky. Kind of wicked looking. It's kind of purple and magenta and such a dark purple towards the top that it's almost black. Hello, dear. Ah, and here is our last ingredient. Nijam Maju. I don't know how to pronounce these. I am just giving my best guess. And I see that there are a few orcs hanging around here. Some Dunlendings. And some very lovely deerbucks who would happily break my face given half a chance. Where is it? Oh, we're here. Okay, so since we don't have any time to waste, we're going to go ahead and use that handy milestone. And where is it? Nope. 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 Ah, North Peak. Alright, let's head there. We have everything we need. Like I said, that is definitely one milestone you want to pick up in Enedwaith. It saves you having to constantly take the trip all the way back up here. Yep, I know. You want to talk to me, but what you want to talk to me about isn't until, like, well off into the future. Alright, Frithgeir.
Ah, you have the ingredients. Good.
I will begin making the brew in just a moment.
I will set about making the brew, if you do not mind waiting.
Let me know if that is fine. It's absolutely fine.
It will be a few moments.
Find a comfortable place to wait. So this is a solo quest and can't be completed with a fellowship. Once again, for an MMO, there are an awful lot of these solo quests. Although I could have sworn... No, maybe this isn't one of those ones you can do duo.
While Frithgeir prepares the brew that will restore the sense of our host, an ancient dwarf who has lived long and seen much, our company decides what should next be done.
The water is boiling already, and now I will add the ingredients you collected. The odor will be quite pungent, so perhaps you should speak with the rest of your friends that have come to Zudragund while it steeps. The odor is rather unpleasant, though I find that it does clear the cobwebs away when I am feeling under the weather. It will be some time before the brew is ready. Alright, let's go find some people to talk to. Oh, hello, Eldon. So many books, Medriel, and none of them taken when Norse people left him. It puzzles me. It is clear that many dwarves once lived here, but where they have gone and why is a mystery. I suspect that even Frithgeir's brew will not clear Nor's mind sufficiently for him to provide us the answers we seek. Yeah, there are a lot of books here. Cornir. I do not know what to make of this dwarf, Medriel. Where did all his people go? Why would they leave him behind? And what could he have seen that might leave him so addled? Frithgeir seems to be kind-hearted, and it seems to me that Nor would be hard-pressed to survive here for any period of time without him. But there is something not quite right about these two. We are a long way from Evendon, Medriel. I wonder how our friends are managing in our absence. Kellenglad sighs and looks suspiciously at Nor. I understand why we have taken this brief excursion into the hills, for if Nona is satisfied by what we learn here, our dealings with the Uklut should be made easier. But what can we really learn from this dwarf? He does not seem to even notice us. Oh, I cannot go in there. My lord, why did you go in there? Why did you not listen to your faithful servant? I have been listening to Nor's ramblings, Medriel, and I have managed to piece together some of his history. I believe he was once the servant or friend of Thror, grandfather of Thor and Oakenshield, and that this was one of their homes in exile. Thror did not return to Erebor, but it seems to me he made another journey, and Nor accompanied him. From his words, I believe they came into danger, and someone approaches. You, dwarf, where is the leader of this place? I demand to speak to your chief. Bring a spare mug, Irvin. Do you mock me? Medriel, what is going on here? Nona listens impatiently as you explain what the situation in Zudragund seems to be. I want answers for myself. My brother was changed after he came here, and this Nor knows why. He will tell me why, or it will go badly for him. What did you say to my brother Wadu when he came here? Wadu? He was a brave dwarf. My brother was not a dwarf. Nor, it is ready. I have this for you. This is strong-smelling stuff, is it not? To your health. Ooh, who are you? When did you all come to my hall? Tell me what you said to my brother. Tell me what you said to Wadu. Nor shakes his head, breathing deeply of the steaming billowing out of the mug. Wadu? I know that name. We went to the Fatherlode, where rang the sounds of hundreds of dwarf hammers, far below Zudragund. It is curious. I remember walking with Wadu among the great turning water wheels of the Old Father, but I have not seen him since. He is not still down there, is he? You tell Nor that Wadu has been slain, and his beard creases into a frown. Ah, that is a shame. He was most brave, wasn't he? I can take you to the mine if you'd like. I'm going too, dwarf. Are you ready to go to the mines below this hall? Very good. I am ready to show you the way. And they call this mine the Old Father. We are far beneath the earth now, Medriel, and a feeling has been growing on my mind for some time now. I think someone, or something, has watched as we descend it. I cannot pinpoint it, but I believe some intelligence has observed our passage from Zudragund. Something else has made me uneasy. How much of Frithgeir's brew has Nor already consumed, and how much remains? The dwarf has been alert for its ascent, but what happens when the steaming brew has been exhausted? Ah, just the stuff. Now stop dallying and follow me. We're almost there. How far beneath the earth is this dwarf taking us? Behold, the great wheel of the Old Father. Oh. They stunned me right off the bat. Listen to the sound of those hammers. Keep up the great work, my people. Why are none of the bats attacking Nor? I don't know, but they sure like to come after me, don't they? I do not like this. Why do the bats of this cavern not attack the dwarf? Why does he walk among them without danger? Wadu came into this mine full of fear and uncertainty. What happened here that he emerged from it with courage? Courage that would lead him to his death. The longer this journey takes, the more questions it poses. Medriel, I want to be above ground again in the sunlight. Why yes, the braids of your beard are particularly well done this day. Is it the smell of the brew that has kept the bats from attacking Nor? We should hope that it was not, for he seems to have exhausted it. A few drops may remain, but the odor is much less than it was. and he seems to be falling once more out of awareness. Eldon shakes his head. There's a gate ahead, and if I've learned anything of dwarves, it is that such a gate certainly has a lever somewhere to open it. Find the lever and return to us, Medriel, and we will proceed. I fear that the journey will soon end in failure, for without a guide that can speak to us in ways we understand, what can we hope to learn here? All right, so see if I can remember where the lever is. It's been a little while since I've done this. I don't think I necessarily have to kill the cave claws, so long as I don't hang out near them. I do have to get rid of the Gwiberings. At least these Gwiberings are not elite. I also should probably be careful not to fall to my death, because then I'd have to start over. And I don't really feel like doing that. Okay, not that way. This way. There's the lever. The lever squeals with disuse, then slides into place. Woo. Gotta love getting caught on a lip of something and trying not to fall to your death. The music in here is pretty dramatic too. You would think it'd be safe to jump there, but it's not really. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, it looks like the gate stands open, but your friends are gone. Are they below? Probably. Eladin? I am sorry we did not wait, Medriel, but Nar gave a shout and ran forward when the gate opened, and we did not want to lose him. He was just ahead with Nona. Why have you brought us here, Dwarf? Do you even remember? Roast mutton. I'm sorry, Nona. He is no longer aware of us. He sees now only distant memories. But why? Why was the body of this Gwiber supposed to tell me? Aye, he was a burned dwarf. I saw his face many a fearsome beast, but none so deadly as that which lived beneath the earth. Did his heart quail in his chest? No, it did not. I care not for the exploits of some ancient dwarf. Did his axe hand tremble? It did not. Nona. The wounds of this Gwiber are still fresh. It has been dead for no longer than a week. Courage rose unbidden in his veins, and he struck the beast once, twice, 3 times. These are sword wounds, not axe wounds. In his own way, I think Nor is telling us 2 stories, not 1. I believe that a dwarf named Hervin slew a great beast beneath the mountains. But I believe too that your brother Wadu found his courage here in the depths and slew this great Gwiber. Wadu? Can this be true? My brother. Even after the terrible things my father said to him, and even after what I said to him in my frustration. Nona trails off, staring at the body of the enormous Gwiber. He mastered his fear Medriel and achieved a victory that even the bravest and strongest warriors of the Ukluth could not hope to match. And now he is gone, slain by enemies who waited in hiding for him to pass. The cowards! They were nothing compared to this great beast, but they laid him low where even it could not. My Wadu. I know your road, son of Elrond. That way lies death. What did you say? Treachery. Treachery and deceit. You who walk the paths of the dead, beware. How can you know these things? Answer me, Nor. Answer me. Second from the left? That is what I heard. Ah, slightly underdone. Ah, it is hopeless. Medriel, can you tell me what just happened? I wish I could tell you. How can Nor know of the errand of the Grey Company, Medriel? And more than that, how can he know my father's word to my brother and me? How can he know we were considering taking the Pass of the Dead once we met with Aragorn? I must tell Halberud and the other rangers of this. I think things may have just become more complicated. We must all return to Zutragund. I do not know what this means, but I fear for every answer we obtained in this place, we have received twice as many questions.
The road of the Grey Company has brought us already over field and under stone, but a gathering dread has settled upon me here in Enedwaith. Who is this dwarf now? How can he know where our road may take us? I feel this question most sharply of all. Can we trust his words?
Okay, so that was actually quite informative. And we need to find Frithgeir again and see if he can't help us decipher what just happened.
Na has often said peculiar things. It is difficult to determine what he means by them.
I do not know, Medriel. Nar has often said peculiar things, but it is difficult sometimes to determine what he means by them. He has had an extremely long and extremely painful life, as I understand it, and only faithful Frithgeir remains now to help him continue it. These men with you, these rangers, they seem disturbed by what Nor has said. Can you ease their minds? I fear they will do him some harm, and I cannot allow that.
What can the dwarf have meant by that?
I am completely at a loss, Medriel. How can Nor have known what Elrond said to his sons before we departed Rivendell? And what does he mean that he does know it? Cornir sighs, and you realize that it has become a familiar sound. He catches your look and smiles bitterly. It feels like we are mired in something we do not fully understand. We cannot afford to ignore this mystery, for it may threaten the very purpose of our journey. But what will we discover? We must take a rest in any event. We can talk this over later and hope things will become more clear. See what we got here. These actually might be useful at some point. Although what I have is part of a set. And with the full set, I have some nice bonuses. I will still grab it. I do not have enough room to do that. Okay. Well, let's get rid of a couple of things. We can get rid of one lone rock salt. We can get rid of 3 of whatever that is. We can get rid of that. Ah, we can learn that. Alright, now we can take that.
I do not like this.
I do not like this, Medriel. How has Nor come to know of our potential road? That Elrond advised his sons to remember the paths of the dead, for we may have need to walk them, was known to but a few, and all of them trustworthy. Something is not right about this. It will not be long before we must set out again. But in the time before we do, we must learn what we can about Nor's recent activities. There may be some clue to them to reveal the source of his knowledge concerning our errand. Speak to Frithgeir about Nor. He proved helpful in returning his friend to clarity, short-lived though it was, and may help us again. Alright, so we have to talk to Frithgeir again, but we will be doing that next time. Until then, bye for now.